This video will walk you through the print and cut, how to do the sample KHS photo that we did in class. First thing you're going to do is go to File, New. The document size doesn't matter at this point. I am just going to use an 11 by 17 tabloid document. From here we're going to go to File, Place. Going to go to the group drive, Teachers, Students, Bowers Marshall. From here there's a folder called Print and Cut, and you're going to go inside the Print and Cut sample photos. Highlight all three of these and hit Place. Zoom out so that you have some space off to the side here. Put the pictures where they're not going to be in your way at this point in time. Now we're going to take the text tool, click. For the sample we're just going to use KHS. Find a font that is a large font, has very wide letters. This one will do just fine. Another one that I like is the Collegiates. They're nice wide letters. Now I'm going to right click on my KHS, create outlines. After I've done that, I'm going to make sure that I have no fill, but I have a stroke. And I'm going to use a stroke color that's not going to be evident in my colors. I like to use cyan. It's easy to see. From here, I'm going to go up to Object. I still have my KHS selected. Path, Offset Path. I like to use 0.0625. Make sure you hit Preview. Should be just a little bit bigger than my KHS. Make sure it says inches. 0.0625 IN. Once I've done that, I hit OK. Click off, select one of my letters. Everything is grouped together. We do not want it grouped, so we need to ungroup it. So I click on it, right click, ungroup. Now if I click on one letter, I only select that one outside letter, not the inside. That's a different one. I make sure I select only one letter. From here I'm going to put this picture in here. I want to make it a little bit smaller so that I can see more of the image inside my K. I do want to be careful though, so that I have enough picture to go all the way around the K. My picture is selected. I hold Shift. I click on my outside letter. I right click, clipping mask. Time for the H. Now this one I have to make it a little bit bigger. Place my picture where I want it. That was not the right piece. Place my picture. Let's try that. Hold Shift, click on the outside H, clipping mask. Find my last picture. My picture is already selected. I hold Shift, I click on the outside S, make clipping mask. So I have three pictures in here, but now that blue S is going to print, and I don't want that blue S to print. At this point, we need to make another layer. We have one layer with everything in it. We're going to make another layer. Double click on the word Layer 2. This is going to be my cut layer. Make sure it's a capital C. Very important, capital C. Double click on layer 1, capital P. Make sure that that's a capital P. Print, cut. Now, all of these that are not the clip group, might say path, it might say compound path. I'm going to grab my compound paths and I'm going to drag them up to the cut layer. So now the only thing I have in the print layer is the clip group. The only thing that I have in the cut layer is the compound path group. I click on the circle to select everything inside the cut layer. And now I am going to shut the stroke off. I do not want the stroke. At this point, you need to size it. Control R. This is an 11-inch wide piece of paper. Try to keep your print and cuts smaller. First thing we're going to do is save as. We need to save this in your folder on the group drive inside screen printing, whichever block that you're in. So inside here, I'm going to call this print and cut. Now I am going to package it. When I package it, I need to go to the print and cut folder, and we are going to put it inside the packaged print and cut folder. We're just going to select the print and cut folder. The folder name is going to be your name, and then package. It's talking about restrictions as far as fonts and images. Hit OK. Now you can show the package. What this does, inside this packaged print and cut is my folder, and it brings all the pictures that I have used. So here is the actual print and cut file. This way, everybody can access your pictures when we compile the file together to make the actual print and cut. Now, the reason we had to make the offset path, the vinyl cutter is going to cut on that red line. So we need to make sure we have what we call a bleed to the outside, and that's where we clipping masked it to. You do not have to use text. If you wanted to make a different picture or different shape, you can do it. It does not matter what shape it is. If you wanted to use a star and make a star of this, and you select both of them, right-click, clipping mask. The only thing that matters is the path. So I can draw any shape I want and make a clipping mask of that shape. Clipping mask, and I can clip it directly to that. To move the individual picture, I use my direct selection tool, and then I can move the picture inside of my shape. And that is how you create a print and cut.